Picture this: a warm summer day, the sun beaming down, and you decide to take a refreshing dip in your local lake. The laughter of friends echoes around you as you plunge into the water, feeling the coolness wash away your worries. But what if I told you that lurking beneath the surface is a microscopic monster, silently waiting to invade your very being? Today, we dive into the chilling reality of the brain-eating amoeba, a creature that transforms a simple swim into a fight for survival, unraveling the 7 harrowing stages of brain decay that follow its invasion. Buckle up, because this journey is not for the faint-hearted. As you splash through the water, you feel exhilarated, unaware that the Naegleria Fowleri, a single-celled organism, is poised to take advantage of a moment of carelessness. It enters your body through your nose, bypassing your defenses as it heads straight for your brain. The first stage begins with the invasion, a moment shrouded in eerie calm. You feel fine, perhaps even invigorated from your swim, but the amoeba is already on the move, seizing control of your nervous system. The initial signs are subtle: headaches, fever, and a general sense of malaise. It's as if your body is whispering a warning you can't quite hear. Days after your swim, the first symptoms start to creep in, almost unnoticed. It begins with a mild headache, easily dismissed as a result of sun exposure or dehydration. You might think, "I just need to drink some water and get some rest." But this is no ordinary headache. It's the first warning sign that something sinister is taking root within you. The Naegleria Fowleri has infiltrated your brain, and with it comes a barrage of confusion, fatigue, and an unsettling sense of dread that you can't quite put your finger on. As the days roll by, you may feel a creeping sense of unease. Friends may ask if you're all right, but you brush it off with a smile, convincing yourself that it's just the stress of life. You continue with your routine: work, socializing, and trying to enjoy the last days of summer. Yet, in the quiet moments when you're alone, you can't shake the feeling that something is terribly wrong. This is the deceptive nature of the amoeba. It conceals its presence, allowing it to move deeper into your brain. The feeling of dread intensifies as you wake up one morning, your head pounding as if a jackhammer is going off inside. You reach for the bedside table, fumbling for pain relievers, but your limbs feel heavy and uncooperative. You take them anyway, hoping for relief, but the headache persists, gnawing at you, making every thought feel like a Herculean task. You begin to withdraw from your social circles, opting for solitude instead, where the voices of concern from loved ones become muffled echoes in the background. As the days pass, Stage 2 unfolds. The mild headache transforms into a relentless assault, a throbbing pain that pierces through your thoughts like a knife. You find yourself disoriented, as if reality is slipping through your fingers. Friends and family might notice something's off, but you brush it off, thinking it's just a summer flu. This is the stage where the amoeba begins to flex its muscles. It's now actively destroying brain tissue, and the effects are becoming apparent. You wake up one morning feeling as though you've been hit by a truck. Your body aches, and the headache seems relentless. You try to focus on your daily tasks, but every little sound feels amplified, every light too bright. You retreat to a dimly lit room, hoping to escape the cacophony of the world outside. But the isolation only heightens the sense of dread. It's as if the walls are closing in around you, reflecting the chaos unfolding in your mind. The pain becomes a constant companion, making it impossible to concentrate. You pick up your phone to text a friend, but the words jumble in your mind, and frustration mounts. What's wrong with me? You wonder, gripping the device tightly. You start to feel like a ghost, haunting your own life, watching from the sidelines as everyone else goes about their day. Your friends reach out, concern lacing their messages, but you find it increasingly difficult to respond. The effort feels insurmountable. Now we reach stage 3, where the real nightmare begins to take shape. Nausea strikes like a thief in the night, robbing you of your appetite and strength. You can no longer enjoy the foods you once loved. Even the thought of eating sends you racing to the bathroom. Each meal becomes a chore, and the energy you once had is slowly being sapped away. Your body feels foreign, and every movement becomes a struggle, as if you're wading through molasses. Friends and family become concerned, but you reassure them that it's just a passing illness. "I'll be fine," you say, forcing a smile. But deep down, you know something is terribly wrong. The creeping fog of confusion thickens. You can't focus on conversations. Words tumble out of your mouth in jumbled fragments, leaving your loved ones baffled and worried. The amoeba is wreaking havoc, multiplying rapidly, and with each passing hour, your brain's defenses weaken. You're in a race against time, but you don't even know it yet. You find yourself staring at the walls, lost in thought, unable to remember what you were just doing. The world outside feels like a distant memory, a realm you can no longer access. You try to engage in conversations, but your words come out slurred, and you're met with concerned glances. Each interaction feels like a reminder of your deteriorating condition, and you retreat further into your mind, where the shadows whisper and taunt you. In stage 4, the symptoms escalate dramatically. Seizures begin to rack your body, like violent storms tearing through a once peaceful landscape. Your muscles contract, and you convulse against your will, a terrifying reminder that you're no longer in control. Friends and family rush you to the hospital, their faces a mask of fear and confusion. The fluorescent lights overhead seem to amplify the chaos in your mind. Doctors run tests, but how could anyone suspect a brain-eating amoeba? You're just another patient with unexplained symptoms lost in the shuffle of the medical world. They check for meningitis, prescribe medications, and monitor your condition, but the answers remain elusive. With each passing hour, you feel as if you're slipping further away from the person you once were. The clock is ticking, and hope begins to fade. The hospital room feels like a prison, each beep of the machines a grim reminder of the battle raging within. The sterile scent of antiseptics fills the air, and you can hear the distant sounds of doctors and nurses outside your room, their voices blending into a cacophony of concern. You feel trapped, unable to escape this nightmare. Every time you close your eyes, you're confronted by flashes of darkness, hallucinations that twist the reality around you. You see family members standing at the foot of your bed, but they morph into strangers, their faces contorting into grotesque masks of worry. Stage 5 introduces a chilling sensation. Hallucinations invade your mind, twisting reality into a nightmarish landscape. You're trapped in your own thoughts, fighting against shadows that dance on the edges of your vision. The line between sanity and madness blurs, and you wonder if anyone can truly understand the torment you're experiencing. Each moment feels like an eternity, and as you struggle to grasp reality, the amoeba tightens its grip on your brain. You find yourself lost in conversations that never happened, seeing faces that don't exist. Friends stand by your bedside, but they appear as distorted figures, their features shifting and changing. You reach out to them, desperate for help, but they fade away like mist in the morning sun. The hospital room, which should feel safe, becomes a terrifying labyrinth where you're trapped, unable to find your way back to reality. This psychological torment weighs heavily on you, pushing you closer to the edge. As the hallucinations grow more vivid, you begin to question your own sanity. Are you dreaming? Are you awake? You can't tell anymore. The boundary between the two has dissolved, leaving you in a state of perpetual confusion. You hear whispers in the corners of the room, voices that seem to echo your own fears. "Help me," you plead silently, but the walls offer no answers. You're left alone to navigate the storm raging within. In stage 6, despair engulfs you like a thick fog. Your body becomes a shell, and the world around you feels like a distant memory. You can no longer hold conversations. Words escape you like fleeting wisps of smoke. Your loved ones stand by, helpless, witnessing the slow decay of the vibrant person they once knew. The medical team continues to search for answers, but the clock is running out, and time is not on your side. The darkness is closing in, and the fight for your life is slipping away. You've become a husk of your former self, unable to respond, unable to communicate. The machines around you beep incessantly, monitoring your vital signs, but they can't save you from this unseen predator. Your loved ones cling to hope, praying for a miracle, yet deep down, they know the truth. You're fading, and the world outside continues to spin, unaware of the battle raging within. You've become a statistic, a tragic story that highlights the fragility of life and the terrifying power of nature's most minuscule creatures. Moments turn into hours, hours into days. Your body lies still, a mere shadow of the vibrant spirit that once inhabited it. Friends and family gather around you, sharing memories and tears, holding on to the fragments of who you once were. The sorrow in their eyes mirrors the anguish in your heart, but there's nothing you can do. You're trapped in this limbo, a spectator in your own life. Finally, we reach stage 7, the end game. Your body succumbs to the relentless assault, and you slip into a coma. The hospital room is filled with machines, beeping and whirring, but they can't save you from the consequences of a moment's carelessness. You've become a cautionary tale, a reminder of the hidden dangers lurking in seemingly innocuous places. The days turn into weeks, and the hope for recovery dims. Family and friends gather, sharing memories and tears, holding on to the fragments of who you once were. As the machines begin to slow, the realization sets in. You've lost the battle. The brain-eating amoeba has claimed its victim, and the world continues on, indifferent to the tragedy that has unfolded. The pain of loss reverberates through the hearts of those who knew you, reminding them of the fragility of life. Your story becomes a lesson, a warning to others about the hidden dangers lurking beneath the surface of calm waters. In your final moments, your loved ones gather, holding hands and whispering words of love. They reminisce about the laughter, the adventures, and the joy you brought into their lives. Their voices blend into a soothing lullaby, guiding you through the darkness. But as you drift away, you realize that this journey has not been in vain. Your story will echo in their hearts, a reminder to be cautious, to cherish every moment, and to never take life for granted. As we conclude this harrowing journey through the stages of brain decay caused by the brain-eating amoeba, remember that knowledge is your best defense. Awareness can save lives, so be cautious when swimming in warm, fresh water. Protect yourself, educate others, and don't let this story be just another chilling tale. If you found this exploration of the unseen horrors fascinating, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Join us as we uncover more stories that lurk in the shadows, waiting to be unveiled. Hit that bell icon so you never miss an update, and let's navigate the mysteries of life together. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.